And I began to think, about it. So I told him, I said, what in the world is this? I explained to him like that, that you're a true Millie and sister over the country. And he said, what you talking about? I said, what you trying to do, rush me away from you or something? Like that, he said, what you mean rush me? I love you, Dad. I said, oh, this kind of thing you did to your sister, to my daughter? I said, man, I don't like that at all. But then all you got to do is heal. And I said, who are you? You my power attorney or something? No, you ain't got no power attorney. You got to take it easy. We'll take care of you. I said, if anybody owe anybody, I don't owe Millie. Millie don't owe me. He talking about that somebody the letter that the judge who got the last letter. And he talking about that. I said, it sounds just like you. I said, that was me. I said it, and I meant it. So that's why he hung up. I got shooting down on him. I mean, he just hung up. Like that.
Wow. So he really thought he can convince you. So that's probably why. Now that explains why the judge has probably pulled back her ruling because she got your letter.
Yeah, the church got the letter, I guess so. And he told me, he said, it's a letter in the office. I said, I know. I said, what's that letter? I said it, and I signed it, and I made it. So I told him, I'm tired of it, because I'm sick of it. But then when you get so you can't go over there saying somebody got your wife, your button, they got the dress, and everything, I said, no. I said, I'm not going to get that way. I'm not going to linger no 2 or 3 days. I said, Lord's going to take me home earlier than that. You know, Dad, don't talk like that. But I said, we get chicken on you. I said, the other day you go for your chicken on. What you chicken on me for?
You said that?
I said, what you chicken on me for? We want you to do well. We want everything to work out. I said, I'm doing all right. I said, I'm happy. I was happy with it. Just like I'm happy with her now. Whatever she's been doing, she's been taking care of me. I said, and I owe her to the show with me. Boy, he said, who talking to you? Who we calling you? I said, you calling me. I said, I just got to thinking. I was sitting down. I said, this is something. I got thinking. I called him and told him, man, you all upset. You all upset. I said, I sure you. This upset me. I said, you always want to take over and be bold. I said, but buddy, this ain't going to happen. I said, I ain't going to no court no more. Nobody. I have said the last thing I want to say. Is let her down, and that's it. I told her. I said, they want to put me in jail. Nobody going to put you in jail. I said, I'm not signing no paper for nobody. Ain't taking no letter. I said, they want to put me in jail. That ain't nobody going to put you in jail. Ain't nobody after you. Yours ain't over. I said, it ain't over either. I said, you're suffering her and that's what you did. I said, I don't like it at all. I just have to tell you. I said, you and Doug and Barbara can come in. I said, I'm taking the same thing and I'm going to be through. That's it. I told him. Yeah, I'm up, boom. In the morning, called. Just checking on you. Just checking on you. Bye-bye. Boom. I'm up.
I wouldn't even answer the phone at this point, Dad, because they're trying to drive you to an edge. I would just let them check on you by leaving a message. I wouldn't even pick up the phone because it's called harassment now. He's harassing you. And then every time he calls, Dad, and you pick up the phone and he hears your voice, he's recording it. He's trying to show support that he is in contact with you every day, that he's so concerned about you. And we know different. Because if he was so concerned about you, he claimed he got all this money. All this money he paid the court to drag you through the court, admit him to the court, and then try to stick up with these causes. Why did he take that money and put it in your bank if he's so concerned about wiping your butt?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm telling you, every time he calls and you pick up that phone, I bet you he's recording. Your boss, I check on my dad every day. They have records. that he's checking on you as if he cares.
Yes. Well, I ain't worried about getting upset with me that bad, but really, I'm upset over the whole thing.
I know, we all are, Dad.
Oh.
We all are, because I couldn't understand, and I knew that you had to take a stand. You're the matriarch in this family, and you had to take that stand, because if you don't say nothing, and then your silence would mean that they think that they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, well, Millie just got to talk with her and let's jump today. Yeah, let's talk to her. So you told her that you said you ready to sack him out. So, yeah, I talked to her.
Yeah, because I'm very concerned about them. I'm very, very concerned about them.
That she ain't healing up like she's supposed to be.
Right.
That's upset, too.
Yeah, and she's not healing up, Dad, because she's now concerned about what's going to happen to you.
Yeah,
she's
but
concerned that they're going to push you to the edge, and they're going to try to hurt you, and they're going to rush you out of here before your time.
I'm only one day at a time. That's all, one day.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if push comes to shove, if they come over there and they try to frighten you, as a matter of fact, I really wouldn't let him in my house.
Oh, well.
I'm serious. I would not let Bill in my house, because you don't know what he'll try to, especially when you're by yourself, you don't know what he'll try to threaten you to get you, just for you to have drop dead and heart attack. Nobody's there to see it. He could just say, I went to see my dad, he's been very sick, and he had a heart attack. We don't know. This is one of the reasons why we were concerned about you not being alone. Because you get upset when people are harassing you and your mouth gets dry, and you don't know what your body can be thrown into. And that's one of the reasons why we're kind of happy that Jenny is there, so you're not left alone a lot for somebody to come into your home to harass you.
But the nurses, they come every Tuesday, you know.
But that's on a Tuesday, Dad. They know when the nurse is coming. And how do we know that Bill don't know those nurses, and that he's getting information from those nurses to try to say that you're sick and you're not well, to have a record that this is what the nurse said, which would be a lie.
But I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. Don't worry about it.
Is that Jenny calling you back?
Jenny?
I hear your phone ringing.
It's my phone. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello? I know I'm calling on the phone, everything. Yeah, okay. Go enjoy your home, huh? The what? Okay. I'm talking to Lydia. She's on the phone. Okay. All right.
Okay. And I think what Bill had a shock about, Bill and them have always pegged you as being an ignorant man. They could say anything to you, and that he's shocked that you understood about that them suing Millie investigated his money. He's shocked that you know about that. He didn't think that you would understand what was happening. He thought that he can come in there and snow you, him and Doug, with the fact that you get some money. You get some money. And they really think that money buys everything.
They don't do to me. But she'll call me to it. I was at the bus stop. She'll call and say, Dad, don't worry about a thing. You stay right there where you are. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. If you don't want to stay there, I got a place for you. I told her that. He said, don't worry about that. It's gonna work out. I said, okay.
Well, I'm just telling you, if you feel like if something happens and you feel like they're rushing you or they're upsetting you, just call me on your phone. Call me on your phone and say, hey, I need to get out of here.
Okay.
All right?
I'm feeling good. I had the cold roll on and everything. I was out all day.
So you be prepared that the next infantry that he's going to probably send in there is going to be Doug. Doug's going to come there with his long story, thinking he can convince you, and Dad, you don't understand. Dad does a lot. Dad, and be aware, Bobby's not going to do that. But Doug will come in there with Bill, with his long, convincing, twisted story. That's why I don't have anything to say to them. I don't want that. Bobby has been calling my phone like crazy. I see that the number on my phone, I don't even pick up. because I'm not going to engage in any more conversation with Bobby and Doug and Bill about nothing. Because this has proven to me who they really are, where they live. I don't wish no ill on them. I don't hate them, but I have learned.
But I'll tell you what, I have made up my mind still. I'm one of them idiots. I told Bill. I just told him, Doug, and Bobby, just like I'm told him. So he said, man, you upset. I said, yeah, you done it. I said, well, I want to sit down in my house and say the same thing to all of them. And then I'm not going to say anything else to nobody. I'm not. I ain't going to go on them. If they going to come on in and themselves, but they ain't going to get me so no more.
Okay? Well, just keep in mind, you're putting yourself in harm's way, because if you get all three of them in there and they get all talking to you and they're trying to scare you and bully you, you can go in a heart arrest, and I just don't want to see that happen.
I ain't gonna get to that point.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn strong. I'm gonna sit there with my mouth closed, turn my TV on, and they talk all over. I ain't gonna even answer no question. And I'm not gonna sign no paper. And I don't want to take no letters, nothing anybody bring in that door either.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be all right. I'll be calling you.
And actually, if somebody came to that door to serve you, you don't even answer. But they can't. If they don't serve you, you didn't get it. Even if they drop it at the floor, you never saw it. See, that's why they want to see you. Once they see, that's what that man did to me. I told Maurice, I said, no, Maurice, don't go to the door. I don't want it. How am I going to go to the door? And the bottom line is that when I got to the door, all he did is drop it down on the thing. He could have did that without me, but they had to have proof that they saw you. Once they see you and they drop it down, then you've been served. But if they don't see you and if they don't put it in your hand, you haven't been served.
Yes. Okay, all right.
All right.
I'll just take care of yourself, okay?
You too. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Les, your phone's ringing.
Well, you heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree with you that they are, what Bill and them are doing is making a record. Oh, that's Tina. Tina's calling Les. Making a record of calling Dad. I think they have put in the court that Dad is so sick. And I want to tell you, the lawyer told me that the fact that Bill withdrew the conservative thing does not mean that it's over. He could re-sign. He could reopen it. So he's setting Dad up to make him feel like he's out of his mind. And they are taping every conversation.
Okay, just hold on a moment. This is Carla from the California Attorney General office in California.
Oh, I got to talk to the Attorney General.
Hold on 1 second.
Talk to
Okay.
All right.
This is about elder abuse also.
Hello? Yes, I am. Mm-hmm. Yes, I have been abused by my brother that lives in California. I live in Maryland, and my father is 90 years old, and I help take care of my father, and my father has been abused. I was just talking to my sister on the phone in California. My brothers are calling him and threatening him. They have taken him through a conservatorship case, and then they withdrew the conservatorship case, and then somehow, by me being Dad's power of attorney, and I am his power of attorney as his daughter, not a power of attorney as no judiciary duty with the courts, because my father don't have anything but Social Security and his VA benefits, and I just pay his bills. And I got wrapped all up into this because my brother wants to sue us because my mother got hurt in a nursing home, and we filed a wrongful death lawsuit. My brothers all opted out, didn't want to be a part of it, and when it settled, my brother all of a sudden got mad and went to court to tell the court that I took all the money and issued it out to the others, to my dad, to my sister and everybody, and I should have opted out because it was not in my best interest. And the money was given to me because she's my mother, and we all sued and we all signed. I didn't act as no power of attorney for this case. I was his daughter. And they didn't even, He was just on the phone with me. He's very upset with what my brother's done. No, my father is in very good shape. He takes care of himself. He has a nurse that comes from the VA and look over his medication because he does have a bad heart. But my brothers are harassing him even after this case and after they have had the judge rule against me. And I don't know what to do because I didn't take any money from my dad. And how the judge ruled that, I don't know, because I got papers from his lawyer 2 days before the trial, and I wrote a letter to the court about 8 days before that telling them that I just had major surgery and I can't even walk. I've had 7 major surgeries, and I wrote the judge and told her that I was incapacitated, and she still ruled against me on the lies. Right.
And the stress and hurt that she's gone through with this thing with the course and Bill, she has been kind of ground down. And today we're having.
So he can abuse him as long as he live in his house. The boys can go in and abuse him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So she.
That's what I told him. I just on the phone with him a few minutes ago. He's threatening him to, because if the judge ruled that I owe my dad money, my dad is saying I don't owe him money. My brother's trying to threaten him and say you're gonna go to jail if you don't sign these papers, and so that we can enforce this. But my dad is the only one can enforce it, because if my dad got a ruling or a judgment against me, he's the only one that can enforce it. Am I right?
A lot of old memories are coming up from way back in childhood, where
Mm-hmm.
looking at things that happened with Bill, and where she at one point, when I was there, she was telling me that those was her favorite drug and all that. And I think as she's found out more and more things that we've done underhanded to her, I think there's.
Well, I'm glad you told me that, because I didn't know that you had to be in a nurse in a facility for abuse. I thought that anywhere you are, if you're an elderly person, you're being abused, you can file an abuse case. But I'm glad. Oh, I see. Okay, well, I thought I was talking with the right place. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I appreciate you calling and listening to me. Actually, I'm very suicidal right now. My husband is getting ready to put me in the hospital because this has taken me over the edge. I love my father very much. I'm 67 years old. My dad's 90, and I'm all the way in Maryland. And what has happened has been totally, totally wrong. He lives in Rancho Cucamonga, California. I did that. And the judge that handled that case, it seems like I've even tried to get an attorney since he sued me, and she ruled against me without me even knowing it. I never was served or anything. That all the attorneys in California said they can't do nothing because she's already made a ruling. So I'm very suicidal. My husband stayed home from work today because the day was the day I was going to do it. I'm done. I've done everything right in my life, and I don't want to be here anymore. I just don't. I just don't. If you have somebody that can do such an evil thing through the power of the courts in the United States of America, what is the point? I don't want to be here. And the voices are teaching me how to do it. I'm just done. I'm done. I'm disillusioned. I'm unhappy. I can't believe it. I've had 7 major surgeries, and I have somebody in California sign a ruling against me on everything that's lies. Nothing is true. My father has 10 children, 8 living. And there's one boy that has hated me his entire life because my mother and father chose me to be their power of attorney. He's hated me. And it's a whole lot of other family stuff, reason he hates me, because I am righteous. I believe in the Holy Bible. I'm not going to lie for anybody. I'm not going to do anything evil for anybody. If you're evil, you did something wrong, I'm going to speak the truth. And he has had it out for me since my mother died. My mother was the glue of this family. So as soon as she died, he decided to go against my dad. He used my 90-year-old dad. My dad was 87 when this happened. 3.5 years he took us through this, paying $10,000 and $12,000 that we don't have for lawyers to fight him. I can't. I love you for letting me vent, but I can't stay here. I can't. My husband is a psychiatrist. He's sitting over there talking to another family member. He's going to take me to the hospital. I'll let him take me, but I don't. I've given up, and I don't. I'm a fighter. I don't usually give up. But we have a country that allow a judge to sit on a bench and do something to someone she doesn't even know. I've given my parents over $150,000 out of my house. None of my brothers and sisters has helped my father and mother, but my husband and I did, so that they could stay in the best part of Los Angeles in a nice apartment. And you're going to call me and try to take money from my house and attach my home? It's just wrong, and I don't know how to get help. I just want to sleep. I want to go with my mother. I know, but thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye-bye. Hello? Hi. Oh my God, it's still going. It's a lot. There's the 8 inches. It's still.